For years and years and long years, I've been struggling from pornography addiction. I've been waking up, my very first idea throughout the day, my very first desire, my very first thought was that I just simply supposed to be watching some pornography. I just simply supposed to be typing up my favorite thing, on Google and on my favorite sites, and just like watch that and just be with that thing all day freaking damn long. And I'll be honest with you, brothers, it took me a long time in order for me to be able to get rid of pornography. And so today I just simply wanted to share with you a simple principle that had been helping me, that had been in a tremendous help in order for me to not only change my pornography addiction, change up and pretty much like quit, but in order for me to be able to really stick with something and really to stay on the line, stay on my own path. And so this is something super important in today's days because in the very beginning, I do believe, and this is my conviction, that 99.99% of boys have at least one period throughout their lives when they are struggling with pornography addiction of any sort. Or if not necessarily an addiction, but a problem. And so the biggest problem over here I also do firmly believe that in every single guy's life comes a point when they feel disgusted about this whole thing and they want to change, but they just simply do not know how. And so the actual problem over here is what I would like to discuss in this video is that you're trying to get rid of pornography, but you're not trying to get rid of the circumstances. Okay? So what is happening is that most of us, or most of the guys, are trying to get rid of this thing by just simply saying that, hey, from tomorrow I will not be watching any pornography. But actual habits are not changing, so they are just simply getting back from home, from school, whatever that, from work, from school, whatever that might be, and they're just simply having this habit that after work, school, whatever that might be, just jumping in front of the computer and just watching pornography, and that is the thing. And so the actual thing is that this is the truth, brother. The only thing that will make you distance yourself, that will allow you to distance yourself from pornography, is if you are cutting it completely. If you're cutting it completely. So therefore it will not even be in your mind. And so after a few weeks, you would just simply start thinking about it less. After a few days even. After a few weeks, definitely. After a few months, you would just simply get into a place. It's like, I don't really remember how it feels like. So now I haven't watched pornography for more than 3 years. Hell knows. I do not really count. It's like, for me, naturally, I just simply been able to, get rid of that shit. And so, the actual point over here being is that we cannot get rid of something. We cannot get rid of something if we are just simply going back to that thing. Because this is how the human brain works. This is how our mind works. We just simply have certain information that is coming inside of that is hitting our brain, that is hitting our cell, that is hitting our mind, and every single information will get processed, and on the other line, the information that we've been able to process will be just simply come out in a different way. And so what is happening is that up until the point that we are just simply watching pornography continuously, we're just simply not able to get rid of that thing, because that will be just simply stick inside of your head. So the only way is complete deprival. That's the only way that works. That's the only freaking way. And believe me, I've been trying every single thing, brother. I've been trying every single thing. Like no fab, like no this, like no. Only complete deprival. And so I just wanted to project this idea or this principle to life itself, because I also see that this is a huge tendency, at least with me, and I do see that other people do have this shit too, is actually focus. Because, and especially if we are in the beginning of any kind of a journey, let it be entrepreneurship, let it be, trying to become a musician, YouTube star, whatever that might be for you. We just simply have this tendency to, be undecisive, coming back and forth, and so on and so forth. And so the actual problem over here is that our mind is just simply all the time busy. It's just overloaded with the damn freaking much right amount of information. So, for example, and this is why I've been living like a monk. So, for example, yesterday I just simply allowed myself, just to, allow my mind to just, go free and do whatever I want, and, just like I not whatever I want, but it's like just be curious, and, just like wander around in the internet. And I just filled up my mind with so many ideas, and I just got so freaking many ideas. But at the end of the day, today I just simply woke up with this huge rush that, man, like I just simply want to do so many things and so on and so forth. And the actual point is that I just simply have this freaking business over here that is running, or I'm all about to set up, and these things are just simply, pretty much draining my attention. Every single human conversation that I'm having, which is not regarding to business or my business or in this dimension, it's just simply draining my attention. Every single YouTube video draining my attention. Every single book that is not helping my business and not helping me to basically get there is just draining my attention. And you have to understand this, brothers. If you're watching 10 shorts on YouTube before going to bed, then guess what? You will be just simply activating 10 different parts of your mind, and the next day you have 10 different, like thoughts that you will have to still go through, and you will just simply have these ideas, and you're wondering why you cannot focus. And this is why we cannot focus. And on the other hand, why focus is important. Why we just simply cannot do 1,000 things at a time. And this is the thing that I've been starting to wonder again, because this is the place where I'm coming from. And the actual idea is that if we are doing 1,000 things, then we can just simply allow to ourselves that we are just simply jumping from activity to activity. So for example, if you're, and this is me, I was a DJ and an entrepreneur. Man, entrepreneurship sucks. I'm just jumping to DJing. DJing sucks today. I'm just jumping back to entrepreneurship. And I just simply have this, I don't have to really face my problems because I have other things to hide behind. And so if you're just simply able to cut out all the things, and if you're just able to make a decision that, bro, this is the main storyline. I have hobbies, obviously, because I'm, you can be like a complete monk. You can become like a complete monk, but you can still keep them as hobbies. And so what is happening is that, hey man, my main line is to be be an entrepreneur. And yes, I do understand that this requires a sacrifice from my part to just simply put music in the second place. So for example, this is my life. And I'm just wondering, and many days I'm just waking up, man, like, why am I not doing this music thing, like these things? Because today business sucks, or not necessarily that it sucks, but I don't really have the mood for that, And so I was like, man, okay, this is good, but why is this thing happening? And the actual idea is that I'm just simply overloading my mind. And this is what is happening with us. We are just simply overloading our minds and just not processing the information and what does that mean. And so the more such things we have, the more distracted our minds will be. And so there are periods when we just simply have to focus, and focus is our greatest asset, brothers. Don't get me wrong. Because again, you can just simply Google it up online that how to make $1 million online, and you will find 12 solutions, and all of them work. But they only work if you are able to commit 1 year, 2 years, 3 years for that. And so if you're only able to do that, only that and nothing else, then you will be able to reap the rewards. But if you're just jumping, then no, then you will not improve. And so this is how it works again. The same principle, brothers. Complete freaking deprival. And so this is the actual principle that have been working tremendously great with me with monk mode. And yes, I have many days when I'm feeling blue as shit, and I'm feeling isolated and all that shit. But I would say that it does worth it, because I'd rather be, calm in my mind and trying to, and hold my mind open to all these opportunities and consider than just to jump. Because nowadays, especially, and perhaps throughout all human era, making a great decision is way more important than just to act. Obviously, we'll have to act initially in order for us to see and map out the opportunities. But at the end of the day, we just simply have to make a good decision, pick up that one thing, stick with that shit, and just simply go with that thing. And so this is how it works. At least this is how it had been working with me. working for me. And so every single time I'm trying to get out of that thing, I'm trying to I have to change. No, bro, there are some first principles. There are some first principles. So for example, you have to wake your fucking ass up and you have to move because this is how your body works. If you're not working out in the morning, or if you're not starting, working, I'm not working out like right way every single day, because those are the days when I'm just waking up and start working, not working about working, I have to get something done. And so after that, I'm working out because I know that this is part of me. This is keeping me calm. This is giving me something that I freaking need in order for me to be able to calm, in order for me to be able to make considered decisions, and so on and so forth. Another thing with meditation, I just simply need to do that. Otherwise, I'm feeling lost. Otherwise, I'm feeling, blowing up. And so when you're finding your first principles for yourself, which might take a few sacrifices and so on and so forth, then you will be good, brother. And you just simply have to stick with them. And for me, training every day is one thing. NoFap is another thing. What else? Yes, pretty much working every day is another thing. I just simply cannot stop. Not necessarily working, but like writing about the ideas and just like thinking through the processes and something like that. And so this is how it works, brothers. And just don't get misled by all these shiny objects because they seem good in the beginning, but think about that. Everything is shitty, everything is hard, but you just simply cannot see because it's so beautiful. Love.